On the third day of Vlogmas, my Ambi sent to me 3 French fries, 2 chocolate turtles, and wasabi in a pine tree. Hey there, YouTube. How's it going? Amberlynn has posted on her third day of Vlogmas, and I've decided I'll keep up with her as long as I feel like it. You know, I'll let you know if I'm not going to, most likely, and if I'm not going to, then I'll group them together in longer reactions because it's not going to be long. She's not doing these as long videos. Um, so let's get into this one, which is called "I've Gained Weight," which obviously Captain Obvious. Let's get into it.
Hello, hello. Welcome to a new
I mean, I showed you what her arms did in the last video.
Vlogmas day. So I'm actually in the middle of getting ready. Obviously, I just finished my makeup. I still have to put on some lipstick, fix my hair. I don't know about y'all, but ever since my hair became like super fried, like certain parts of it become like
Your hair is damaged, and so different parts of it, because it has different porosity, it'll absorb different amounts of water, meaning that it'll dry at different rates. Imagine that.
dried quicker than like other parts. And like, I'm just like, girl, what are you doing? But yeah,
Like, she says that she's doing everything to fix her hair after she damaged it. All she needs to do is watch a couple of YouTube tutorials from hair people, and she'll figure out what she needs to do to fix this. And then, like, especially evening out her porosity would be important to make sure that it dries at the same rate and she's
still have
not
to do my
over drying parts of it.
hair, put on my jewelry, and put on my lipstick. So today we're actually going to Tommy's family's house. Oh, and by the way, Tommy was like, oh my god, you smell so good. This is like one of my most favorite perfumes ever. It's the Dossier and Amber
Dossier.
vanilla. So what I do is to tone down some of this crazy frizz is use some of this Chi Silk Infusion.
We're going to go back and see which
So what
product
I
she
do is to
uses.
tone down some of this crazy frizz is use some of this Chi Silk
Silk Infusion, paraben free, made in the USA. Silk revitalizing. I think that's what that says. I don't know what that says. Uh, okay. Yeah. The reason her hair looks greasy is because I do believe that this can be used as like a heat protectant when you're blow drying your hair.
Infusion. I'm telling you, it works like a charm. And I'll run it through the bottom of my hair
Ew.
like so.
Ew.
Not me using you guys as a mirror.
Ew. It looks so slick and nasty. No wonder her hair always looks greasy.
I literally should have brought my tripod down here. It's okay though. So now I'm just brushing it in. I decided to actually use a mirror as a mirror, by the way. So once this dries, it's not gonna look oily like that. I bought hair cutting scissors because I usually just use.
Once it dries, it doesn't look oily because it has to dry and absorb into the hair, which if you blow dried it in, it would be faster. It would dry faster than normal. And then you wouldn't have to worry about the damage.
Like kitchen scissors, but I bought hair cutting scissors. And like a week ago, I cut more
It's
of
so
my hair,
uneven.
which, you know.
No, we're going to go back.
Hair cutting scissors.
It's so uneven.
Like a week ago, I cut more of my hair, which,
wow.
you know, trying to keep it as healthy as possible. Now I'm going to put on some lipstick. I'm using Revlon Ultra HD in Kisses, as you guys know. My lips
I don't care about makeup.
so tiny lately. Honestly, that might be because my face just, you know, I have gained a little weight, so my face is looking more plump than usual. So I normally am a silver hoop girly or a pink because I love a pop of pink, but today I'm wearing gold. And I really like these because they're not.
Are they actually gold?
Just like standard hoop.
They're very white. Like, are they white gold?
They're like wavy.
But not even real gold, obviously.
Cute. And then I put my diamonds here. That's how I did for the Billie Eilish concert, and I just like low-key love it. So this keeps happening due to my oh no,
Jesus Christ.
Tommy literally was like trying to make me feel better about it. She's like, it happens all the time.
If it happens all the time, why doesn't she fix it? She looks pretty handy. She looks like a handy gal.
Oh my god. So even though she's trying to make me feel better about it, I still feel bad about it, you know? Like, I don't want to break your stuff.
This shot is insane. This shot is insane. Oh my god. Hump in check. is now smaller than the bump on her arm that extends beyond just the edge of her arm. Jesus Christ. Because the edge of her arm, actually, her elbow is right here. So it would be like right here. All of that is excess. And she has it on both arms. That's
There's
crazy.
like a hole that's supposed to go in the hole. Girl.
She's
Okay, that was
hunched
good.
over so far.
There we go. See, I'm a handy fixer helper woman. I don't need no man. Okay, you guys, hi. So it is late at night.
No, but you do need a butch lesbian to do something for you. Because, like, you've literally made every partner do everything for you. When you and Destiny moved into the apartment together, you literally made her hang everything up, including like some calendar that was up on, and you were like, "Are you gonna leave it there?" And Destiny was like, "Yeah, I'm gonna put it up later." And you were like, "Well, why don't you just do it now?" Because you wanted it done, but you didn't want to do it yourself. And you even waited for your mom's boyfriend to come over and set up your TV because you didn't have a woman available to do it for you. Like, you make women do extra labor and you think that you're being a feminist about it, but in fact, you're being a misogynist in the way that you do it, Amber, because you don't want to put out the effort and you want a woman to do it for you. You would, like, it's crazy how, like, she rationalizes this, and I've said this before. She has the brain of a straight man. The way that she talks to her girlfriends, the way that she, like, inherently tries to, like, possess them and everything about them, from the money to the things that they can do, the people they can talk to, like, if they can do anything on their lunch break at work. That's crazy.
Vlog throughout the day. I genuinely had such an amazing day. Like, hi. That's besides the point. I'm actually here
I
right now
Yeah,
because I
you
want
do
to
look
answer
high.
some questions about Rarity and updates on her. So sadly, still hasn't been found. We've had leads, and whenever that happens, we go directly to where people say that they think that they saw her, but still no luck, sadly.
Except for that one lead about the deceased cat. You didn't go to do that because somebody told you you didn't need to. That doesn't make any sense. If it was if it was a gray and white cat, or a cat that slightly matched my cat's description, I would go and check just to be sure. And you know what? I would have the strength of fortitude to be okay if it is my cat, because I would have some consolation that I know what happened. That I'm not still questioning, and it could be, and then that cat just goes unidentified because you were too lazy and selfish. Like, honestly.
We did put posters around town in multiple different locations, and we go every single night to see if they're still there. And some
The ankle reminded in his retro reaction that Amberlynn had told a story about how when she was a kid, she had a cat that she lost when she took it to the dump. Her dad told her not to bring it with her, but she insisted. And then she lost the cat. And then years later, she claims to have found that cat when she went back to that same dump. Like, please.
businesses has taken them down,
So
which
it's 3 cats, not 2.
we understand because it's not always allowed to do that. But some businesses have kept it. And also, there was one business, which shout out, they literally took our poster and like laminated it and then like put it inside of their window instead of outside to like protect it more. We just thought that was so sweet. This is actually what the posters look like right here. Okay, so it is dark right now, so this isn't doing it justice, but we printed off 30 missing cat reward posters and we're just gonna put them everywhere, literally everywhere. I think tomorrow during the day, we're actually gonna like put them on a few people's doorsteps and see if that helps.
Whose doorsteps? Like, your neighbors? Because you should do that. You should, no, you should go and ring their doorbell and give, like, show them the paper and talk to them about it so it sticks in their minds. Not just, oh, I had this conversation with them, or, oh, I, like, put it on their door and they throw it away because they think it's trash. Like, honestly, it could be a scam if you don't tell. Like, people will do all sorts of things these days. So just make sure that you are putting it in the people around that house, that they might see a cat outside, and if they do, let you know. Like, what is so difficult about that except that Amberlynn cannot stand to be around other human beings? Unless they're doing things for her, she doesn't think people are worth her time.
So I don't even know. I am literally just doing every single thing that I can think of doing. Sorry, that was in the dark because that is when we went to put them up. It was like a little under 2 weeks ago, I'd say. I made the reward known that like you get $500 if you give me my cat. If you find my cat and you give me my cat. And there was one person that literally
Ew. That was gross. Like, why are you making it such a comical sort of a thing? Your cat is missing. You say you're devastated. Like, what is in your mind that says, do a little dance, make a little song, be an idiot tonight?
commented, it was like on the neighborhood app, and they were like, wow, that must be some cat because $500, that's a lot. And it's weird because I was thinking like
It's weird that you're like literally bringing up a comment that somebody said from your neighborhood. Like, I bet they'll find out about your channel. And when they find out that you did that, they'll start gossiping about you in the neighborhood. I bet. But like, for real, yes, to some people, $500 is a lot for a cat. A lot of people don't like cats. A lot of people think cats are worth less than dogs, even though that's not true. Like, and Amberlynn has the ability to pay out. Like, she could give $10,000 for a reward and bat no eyelashes at that. And especially for Rarity, I would pay if I had the money that Amberlynn does, maybe $1,000 for every year you had the pet. Like, that sounds reasonable. Or even $500 for every year that you had the pet. You still had Rarity for like 9 years. Like, what the fuck? Or like 8 years. So that's still $4,000. Like, and you think that she's so precious to you, and she'll go on. I've already seen this. I watched this. She goes on to say like how, oh, her Rarity is so special and she deserves to be worth more than that. And Amberlynn looked up the averages of how much people pay for rewards. Well, guess what? Not everybody has an infinitely disposable income because they don't work for a living, because they get free money essentially from backlogged videos of when they were a broke loser doing nothing, not willing to even work for a living to make their apartment ends meet. They made Destiny sell their Nintendo because you were short on rent, Amber. Like, because you refused to get a job before that point. That's ridiculous. And now you have so much money, partly because you didn't pay back, but so much money that you can just do whatever you want if you were mobile. But your cat is truly not precious to you. Your cat is truly not one of your children. People would pay infinite sums of money to bring back their children or their loved pets if they could, and they don't have that ability, but she does. And she put $500 as the, like, I'm
maybe
done.
doing 1,000, but I decided to Google because I just wanted like advice, and I was like, what is
Or you could have just said reward. You could have said contact us with information and we'll discuss the reward. Like, cuz you'll already have a figure in mind.
like
I
the
don't
average
know.
amount of like a reward for a cat? And it's literally only $25 to like 100. And I was like, no, Rarity is worth so more than that. But that like literally shocked me to see that like the average amount.
It's all this talking down on people. It's only $25 to 100. Rarity's worth so much more than that. Like, you guys don't even understand what a pet is worth if you've only been willing to pay that much. Like, proportionate to people's actual income, that is so much more than what you were offering. You're a selfish human being.
Is so low. But regardless, yes, Rarity is a very special cat. So even if I have to up the reward, like I literally will. So there's questions people are like, why aren't you taking accountability for Rarity missing? And I just think that's a silly question because I literally am. I've said multiple times.
I literally am taking responsibility. I have so much stuff on my mind, you guys. Jordy. And then also the interview with Zachary Michael and the NBC person. Um, and then on top of that, the Tommy rumors about first being a feeder and then the DV stuff. And now we have the weight gaining. So it's all interrelated. And now we have Rarity too. And then she wanted to be dramatic about the fake Twinkie ad or poster, which in all honesty didn't really matter because you could have proven that you had Twinkie before that point. So, yeah, it's not really easy to have a lot of sympathy for her when all of these actions were done by her because she decided to come to Wisconsin and lay down roots for the past 2 months and a bit. So, I don't know. It's really difficult for me to find my sympathy bone, kind of as difficult as it is to see where her actual arm bones are.
I blame myself. I'm mad at myself. Why did I leave the door open? Like, I'm so stupid for leaving the door open. Like, I'm very angry with myself and I take full accountability. I do believe that you can take accountability, but also
Provide reasons why it was Jordy's fault for distracting me, first off. Secondly, secondly, I was up. It was 5 in the morning. Who can even be expected to pay attention at that hour? I mean, honestly, I was just letting out the dogs. It's not like every cat owner ever looks around to make sure their cat is not anywhere near the door before they open the door, Amber. And and we always make sure that the door is closed if we're not standing right there because cats will come to investigate and they might peek out even if they don't like going outside. And that's the thing is they if they get scared from behind, they'll run out the door. Every cat owner knows that.
provide reasons for why something happened. And when I say that I've had a lot on my mind and I didn't close the door because of that, I genuinely mean it. And I'm not blaming
No.
YouTube.
No. Cuz what is on your mind then? What's on your mind? Please, please do tell. Because alluding to all of these things when you don't leave the house, that's not even your fucking house. Like, I don't have sympathy, and I don't think a lot of people do either.
I know some people have also said, like, wow, now she's blaming YouTube for Rarity missing. Like, no, I've just had a lot on my mind in general. It
No,
doesn't mean
with
for
a
my sake of
smile.
hey, I'm just providing like where my headspace was at for me to like forget to close a glass door that I literally
What's that ring on your ring finger? Hmm?
just providing like where my headspace was at for me to like
A black ring. A black ring, you guys.
forget to close a glass door that I literally close every single morning.
Go.
MC situation to the Rarity situation, that is insane work because
It's insane work. I totally let them both out of the fucking glass door in the backyard, but that's totally different. I was letting a frog spider hopping around thing out when Gracie got out, and I ran after her even though I was 400 pounds and I could barely walk. I ran after her and I for sure got her back in the afternoon and didn't pretend that she was in the house when Destiny got home and then pretend that our roommate let her out, even though how would she let her out if Gracie is in our room with us? Hmm? How would she be let out if unless you just let Gracie stay in the living room the whole time? That doesn't make any sense. And then I think that she would be used to not trying to run out and then that your roommate would also be used to it. Hmm. Interesting. Because your roommate kept Leia the puppy in her room. You even talked about how it smelled like the dog pee because it would go to the bathroom in there. Remember that, Amber?
two completely different situations. My ex Destiny literally despises me, and during her whole era of like live streaming tea about me,
Your ex Destiny was browbeat within 2 months of moving in with you. We're getting to that point already in the ankles retro reactions. Like tomorrow's retro react that's gonna go live, you'll see. She already has lost a lot of the spark that she had at the very beginning of their relationships. It became a matter of not wanting to fight with Amber at every step because Amber wanted it to be her way. It was not our Or ooh, one example, Destiny was gonna spend money, and Amber was like, "Oh, it took your money. It took our money." No, it's not your money. That's the money that Destiny earns in her paycheck. That's not your money, Amber. But she does that with everyone and everything. This is our house now. In Emily's house, this is our house. That's why she's spreading out now and filming in all these different locations as not just a way to prove against the haters that were saying she had to film in that one spot, but that she is showing that she's living there. She's showing that she's moved in. We reverse psychologied her into showing that she's actually living there now, and she doesn't get it.
She even said, like, it's not Amberlynn's fault that Gracie went missing. I was dead asleep, like dead asleep in the night. So how could I?
See, it's so fake. I was dead asleep. Bitch. No, you weren't. No, you weren't. Because we know that if you were making Gracie sleep out of your room, it's only because you wanted to fuck Destiny. That's the only reason. Like, that's the only reason. And then you didn't want to deal with the cat being in the room.
Be put to blame for this when it was literally somebody else who did it. And the whole red couch thing, like, I have already taken accountability and I have said that I'm very sorry for coming off insensitive. And that YouTube clip, I've already talked about this.
You see how flat her affect is in her face? She has no actual emotion. It's just a mask. Whatever she needs to put on, whatever emotion she's supposed to feel, that's when she makes her face move. Otherwise, she's not bothering. And she doesn't understand that her face doesn't move. And it gives off sociopath vibes.
This before, where sometimes, like, I literally am just not thinking. It doesn't make me an insensitive person because
yes, it does. If you're just not thinking about the fact that your cat just got out that you proclaim to love, and then with Destiny's cat, you were literally mocking her emotions at certain points and talking about how she should be more present in what you were talking about. Like, you were so ignorant and selfish.
Time I felt horrible for Destiny, and I cried off a camera multiple times because seeing her in pain was very sad, and Gracie was such a sweet, wonderful cat. But comparing the two is wild work, I'm not gonna lie. And people are still posting fake missing Twinkie posters, which is also literally not
Nobody's talking about it on YouTube, so I guess it doesn't really matter. And you're the one bringing it up.
okay. You're just taking away from us fighting Rarity by drawing attention to something that isn't true. So that is the update on that. Keep rating your thoughts, please. And I love you guys, and I'll see you in my next video. So thank you guys so much for spending this Vlogmas with me. Bye.
Gross. She really made me mad. Really made me mad. Because it's not just that she doesn't take account. It's not that she doesn't take accountability. It's that she actively tells you that you're wrong, that you have no sense of actual reality, that you don't have eyes that function, that you don't have experiences and shared stories within the community of ways in which people act that match up exactly to what she's doing. As if we cannot collectively see, as like, I think a good comparison would be a huge telescope with all of these tiny lenses. The total scope of the lens is maybe like a meter. You get so much resolution across such a large like swath of the sky because it's all these tiny lenses working together. That's exactly what it's like, and we get to see into what Amberlynn is doing because we have all of these points of reflection and refraction within the community to understand these behaviors. If you enjoyed this reaction, please leave a like, a subscribe, and hit that notification bell. And leave a leaf or a berry, like a leaf or a berry, you know? And I'll talk to y'all later.